beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for playing us in.
All right. That's our new theme song. It may be somebody else's theme song. Good evening, y'all. And welcome to the International Geek of Livestream Mystery.
Yay.
And we're coming to you live from fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, and somewhere in the bush of Texas. And yeah, somewhere in the Texas outback.
Steakhouse, that is.
The Texas Outback Steakhouse, exactly. Yeah. And, this is our Monday. The thing with Mondays, I'm never quite prepared for the live stream on Monday evenings because, Mondays are always crazy. And then this one was a little bit crazier because I was a little sleep deprived this morning. And, so I've been frantically like recording and trying to get caught up. And I've really got like a hard ass deadline of this week to finish this thing because I'm traveling over the weekend. Yeah.
Is this an artificially?
No.
You always say?
So, my artificially imposed deadline was really last week. And I didn't make it. And, there's just been so much stuff going on in Bear House and in Bear World. And, I've been doing my best. But,
now this week
I just gotta crunch through it and get it done this week. So I've been really good all day. I'm gonna get a good night's sleep tonight. And tomorrow I'll just power through it. Yeah. So that's where we are. I wanted to talk today a little bit about Face Meta book. They call the company Meta now.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to call a company Meta because my brain just kind of doesn't work with that as a name of a company, right? It's just too meta. And, but, they don't want to be called Facebook anymore because they don't want that to be like what they're known for. But guess what? That's what they're known for. And that's, I don't know if that's
so far though, you said Facebook isn't always going to be what it is. Like something new will come along now. Hopefully in their case, they're the ones that come up with it. They find something to outdo themselves before somebody beats them to it.
Their gigantic, awkward Oculus headset is not going to be the thing that saves their company.
Shut your face. My husband is in the entryway of our house right now playing on the Oculus. If I'd have known that we were going to talk about this, I would have him come in and do a demonstration because he looks ridiculous.
Well, he does. I mean, I haven't seen him, and I know he looks ridiculous with the and bumping into the furniture.
Yeah, I just kept hearing like weird movement noises, like almost like somebody was trying to like quickly clean up or was like doing a really bad job, like sweeping or something. And I go out there and it's just him. Whatever it is that he's doing in there in his own little world. We love that for him.
Yeah. I somehow the Zuck got it in his head that that's going to be the most popular thing on the planet. And, I bought a couple of them for the kids. I played with one a little bit. I'd heard that you can watch movies in it and do all this stuff. It doesn't work that well. It's very disorienting. It's awkward. It's clumsy. I don't know. And I hear that Apple is working on one that is not monstrously ridiculous.
Obnoxious.
On Friday, I got to ride a roller coaster sitting next to a goblin. And there was like an option where you could like take selfies like with the goblin, and every time you would like hold it up to take a selfie, it would like hit a different pose.
Oh, it was an actual goblin. I thought you were
Like
referring to a child.
No, like a legitimate, like I had the Oculus on. This was
Oh.
after we got off of
Can
our
you show
live
us?
stream.
Can you show us pictures of this?
I don't know. So when it took selfies, I didn't know if those pictures were actually captured because it was inside the Oculus and not.
You don't
actually,
know where they go.
I don't.
I mean, they
know.
must
It's
be
the cloud,
somewhere.
I'm sure.
They
I'm sure
must
they
be
go up
somewhere.
into the cloud.
Yeah, the cloud. The cloud. You have to climb up the beanstalk
Well, I was
into
really
the cloud
confused.
and
the magical beans.
grab the picture and climb back
And
down
then bring it down.
and
Well, I was really confused because when it was like choose your character, I thought I got to choose like what I would be. So like if I look down at my hands, they'd be little goblin hands or something like that. And it was like zombies and all of that. And so I'm like sitting there. It makes you like put on your, straps. And I was like putting them on, and I look over, and there's a goblin sitting next to me, and I went, "Wah!" Like I was gonna fight it or something. Yeah, thank God it wasn't a ninja because I'd have been done for.
Are you
But yeah.
afraid of ninjas?
No, I'm just saying because I went like this, like.
Oh yeah. I see.
her training kicked in. Her martial arts training kicked in.
Yes, so much training.
Never close your fist over your thumb. That's all you need to know.
You only make that mistake once.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you said Apple.
Soft weapon, hard target, hard weapon, soft target. So if you're going to hit somebody in the jaw, you want to do it with your palm and not with your closed fist, or you break your fucking fist.
Good to know.
And yeah. But if you're going to hit somebody in the gut, you can use your fist. See,
Wow.
Soft target, hard weapon, soft weapon, hard target.
Got it.
I see. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Next time I'm in town, me and Ricky are going to be like practicing, just beating the crap out of each other. Okay, no, your turn, right here.
Yeah. So it's not going to be a pillow fight.
Fortunately, those don't actually happen.
No,
Really?
Those don't happen. I've never once witnessed a pillow fight. I don't think.
With like the feathers all over the room, and that doesn't actually happen.
That doesn't happen. That's not a thing.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe if you're like trying to actually smother somebody with a pillow, like actually choke them out, make them pass all the way out, then maybe. Kirsten, did you have sisters growing up?
No, I'm an only child, and that will be very clear in many of our conversations. But I apologize that I got us on such a violent topic. I feel like
it's okay. Thinking about Mark Zuckerberg makes me violent.
Should we go back to talking about face meta?
Yeah, because
I thought we were going to stay away from the violence.
Well, so my understanding is that you said that Zuckerberg, he just kind of like fell into this position, like Michael Cera kind of just like accidentally became an actor. And so I thought we were going to talk about like how not to run a business, whether big, medium, small.
Zuckerberg is an excellent example of how not to run a business. I mean,
right.
It may seem from the outside that it's successful because he's making, piles and piles of money. But he's not making piles and piles of money because he's any good at what he does. He's had some really hard ass people in charge. But what's her name? His COO for all those years, I forget her name. She's leaving, and he's calling the shots on his own. He has no empathy. He's just firing people left and right. I mean, it's not as bad as Elon Musk at Twitter, but it's kind of the same thing. He's decided that this is what he calls the year of efficiency, but he's treating it like the year of austerity.
I thought it was the year of the monkey.
That's in China.
Different. That's a different thing. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's different.
My bad. Or maybe it's a goat.
Is it the year of the monkey? Because I'm a monkey.
I believe it's monkey.
Or is it rat? I remember it being something like left field. Wasn't expecting that. Was it 2023?
I don't know. In any event,
I lied. It is none of those things. It's the year of the rabbit.
the year of the rabbit.
Oh, dang.
I am
Okay.
not a rabbit.
How do you know what you are?
What year were you born?
You look at the little placemat in the Chinese restaurant.
Oh, exactly. Man, I can't remember the last time I saw one of those placemats. Maybe they're being phased out.
That's how you know
Those
what you are, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know what? That's the most accurate. That's how I figured out what I was. That's very accurate. That is hashtag relatable. That is meta.
No, I've seen them recently. I know that there's got to be some around town here, but I go to a lot of Chinese restaurants around here. Yeah. For those who don't know, Las Vegas has one of the biggest Asian communities of any major city in the U.S. And our Chinatown is amazing.
I agree, but I still think Los Angeles has better Chinese food because I have yet to find a place out here that does Chinese takeout where it's the same style as Panda Express. And I know that that's not authentic. I hate Panda Express because I think their chow mein is ass. It's trash. I would literally rather eat ass than eat.
There's a restaurant somewhere in Spring Valley called New York Chinese.
It's right around well, not to dox myself, but I know exactly where that is. And it's great. But what I mean is
it's New York style Chinese food is what it is.
Yes, I have coupons for that place, as a matter of fact. And I've
really
gone
good.
quite frequently. It is very good. But what I mean is, like, back home, there would be these styrofoam containers, you know, the ones, and they'd put the chow mein, the fried rice, or you could get double chow mein, which is what anyone who knows anything would always do. And then you could pick the entrees and get like 3 or 4 of them piled in the box. And I'm telling you, like, you have to struggle.
That sounds like Panda Express.
No, yes, same style, but the food is actually authentic and good. Like, it's the same food. It's just
you know that Panda Express is owned by an old Chinese couple. And it's not a franchise.
Well, the original Panda Express.
It's not a franchise. All of their stores are company owned by this little old Chinese couple.
That's good to know. They have some good stuff there. Their soup is excellent, but their chow mein is bad. That's my issue.
Well,
it's not bright orange and it's MSG free, which is honestly racist.
You can't serve good chow mein out of a thing that's been sitting there for 20 minutes. I mean, if it's going to be good, it's got to be fresh.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay.
It has to be bright orange, okay? And the noodles have to be thick.
This is Ricky's version of authentic chow mein.
No, I never said it was authentic. I said it was LA authentic. All the places in LA are the noodles are bright orange and they're covered in MSG and they're fucking delicious and they're thick. My issue with the Panda Express noodles is that they're fucking crunchy, which is disgusting. And
that's disgusting.
Very thin. They're very thin. I have never had good chow mein from there because the noodles are like a fucking linguine. They're not supposed to be like a linguine. They're supposed to be like a ramen.
I don't get the chow mein. I get you know me. I get white rice, or maybe fried rice. But fried rice, it has to be a good place.
If you're feeling,
the fried rice from from a fast food chain is not going to be great. True. But the fried rice from
Benihana's. Benihana's has the best fried rice.
Benihana's has good fried rice. There used to be this place around the corner from me. And they went out of business during the pandemic. But they had this amazing pineapple fried rice that they served.
You're telling me a pineapple fried that rice?
They served it in a hollowed out pineapple.
Oh, wow. Okay, that sounds phenomenal.
And it was spicy. It like had a kick to it.
That sounds so good.
And it had, shrimp and pork and all this stuff in it.
Now I'm craving fried rice.
So apparently that's what we're talking about today. We've gotten bored with talking about Zuckerland.
Well, the reason
Suck-erberg.
The reason that I brought it back up is because I thought I came up with a really clever title for our live stream tonight, and it says Suck-erberg, not to run a business.
I think it's brilliant.
Mm.
Hang on a second. I have to look at it because I don't know what you're.
Suck-erberg.
Suck-erberg. Why am I
Ricky,
not
stop
seeing
it.
it there? I bet it's here.
It must be.
It must be here.
Sagandis. I'm not gonna stop saying
What? What? YouTube hates me now. It's making me do this thing again. I'm not trying to change anything. Oh, but at least it's working this time. Okay, fine. Be that way.
Is a porcupine on the Chinese zodiac?
Suck-erberg, how not to run a
No.
business.
It's not. Well, it
No.
should be because Porcupine Butler is our #1 fan.
That's
I'm
true.
Porcupine Butler's #1 fan.
Me too.
It's the year of the porcupine.
It should be. I declare it. Rabbit who? It's the year of the porcupine.
So what does your shirt say today?
It says ranch water.
Oh,
What
I've heard of
the hell
that.
does that mean?
I've heard of that.
It
Yeah.
is a very Texan thing.
See,
a lot of
What does that
people.
mean?
Mine says "rawr."
Very nice.
It's got a
I like that
cute
it's
little
the same
dinosaur.
shape though. Like
Yeah,
we've got
it
the
is
same
that.
like vibe.
Yeah, very
It
Is
circular.
that.
But
And I have poo on my hat.
You should go wash it then.
Yeah, I do. Somebody complimented me on my poo hat.
Because it's a good ass hat.
I love it, which is why it's dirty because I wear it all the time. Yeah. Okay. So, what is Zuckerberg's big mistake?
are we going in chronological order? Or are we going from like
now, like in the last couple of years.
Oh, okay.
So during the pandemic, everybody sat at home and they didn't have anything to do, so they all, pissed around on their computers and they bought stuff from Amazon, and so Amazon staffed up, and they spent a lot of time on Facebook, and so Meta staffed up, and now that things are going back to whatever the new normal is, and I'm one of those people that is not convinced that the pandemic is over, but I am very much in the minority there, and that could take me on a sidetrack to Woody Harrelson, but I'm not going to go there right now. And so a few companies were smart, and they did not ramp up their staff. They might have, hired some temp staff or some contractors to take care of a few things, but they recognized that this is a bubble. This is not a trend for the future. And those companies, like Apple, did not end up having to lay off thousands and thousands of employees. And Meta, Google, Amazon, a bunch of these companies, they went all out and hired lots and lots of extra people, and now they're stuck paying the bill because their revenue is down for a lot of reasons. Country is in a recession, so revenue is going to be down, and they can't afford all of these, and they started all these programs and doing all these things, and that happened to us with Amazon because they had hired us to do those courses, and then they canceled that program. And so, but pile on top of that the fact that Zuckerberg just doesn't treat his employees well. And anybody, you talk to who's worked there, they'll tell you that they've never felt secure. They've never felt like they were cared for or taken care of. Putting a ping pong table in the foyer does not, make you a great company. I love ping pong as much as the next guy, but yeah.
I saw a video the other day of, like, this is so irrelevant, but I saw a video of 2 people playing ping pong with a table and then calling it table tennis. I'll have to send it. It's hysterical. Oh no, they were playing tennis, but instead of a ball, it was a table, and it was like a simulated thing. So it's two people with rackets hitting a table back and forth at each other. It was it was irrelevant. I'm gonna have to send it to you so you know what I mean.
So the table is like sitting on the ball as opposed to the ball
No, the
sitting on
table is the ball, and it's simulated.
Yeah.
And they're hitting the table back and forth.
And they're hitting the table back and forth until it bounces over and crushes one of the players, one of the athletes.
Table
tennis. Yes, I found it very ironic.
I see. So it's a pun.
Yes, but it was a visually executed pun, and I liked it. That's all.
So you know the old expression about puns?
No, I don't.
Puns are bad, but poetry is verse.
That's not so bad. That one's pretty good. Boo. Water break.
Tomato.
Yeah. So the thing that a lot of founders miss is that, when you found a company and you've got like a handful of employees, and then it takes off and it grows, and you've got maybe a dozen handfuls of employees, or maybe a couple of hundred employees, or maybe 1,000 employees. And it starts, the founder's job is to be a visionary and to inspire, right? That's what a founder does. A founder has a vision, and he or she inspires their employees to share the vision and to fight for the same vision and to all be on that track towards the vision. And once the vision is achieved and this thing is built, whatever the thing is, and the company is built around it, the job of the company is no longer to create the thing, but the job of the company becomes to maintain the thing and to make the thing successful and last a long time, and ultimately to bring profit to the investors, right? I spoke about this in one of our in one of our podcasts, the four constituencies of a business, of a corporation. You have the customers, you have the employees, you have the vendors, and you have the stakeholders, right? And this is very different from when you're a founder. It's like all you're worried about is the vision, and achieve the vision. And once that vision is achieved and the company is on track and doing its thing, the job of the leader of the company is no longer to have a vision. The leader of the company is now, how to run the business, right? So you guys know, a lot of your job is to run interference for me so that I can focus on doing my creative work, right? I mean, you guys, you handle the books, you handle the vendors, you handle the phone calls, you handle, all these things for me. You manage my social media so that I can focus on writing and recording my courses, right? Now, imagine that this somehow, against my better judgment, grew into a business with more than just me creating courses. Now there's like a whole staff of people creating courses. Well, this is what lynda.com was. And I was one of those people that created courses for lynda.com, which eventually became LinkedIn Learning. But then the job of the person who's running the business is no longer to create courses. And Linda and Bruce found this out early on because they loved creating courses, but after a while they just didn't have the time for it anymore. And they realized that their job was not to do that anymore, but their job was to manage the people who did that. And it eventually became their job to manage the people that manage the people that manage the people that do that, right? And that's a whole different set of skills. That's a people job. And I am not a people person. You might have noticed this.
Dunder Mifflin, the people person, favorite people. I'll get that right one day.
The flying purple people eater
No.
was
Exactly.
a one-eyed,
One-eyed,
one-horned flying
one-horned
purple
flying
people
purple
eater.
people
One-eyed,
eater.
one-horned flying purple people eater. Oh yeah. Yeah, and the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater eventually realizes that there aren't a lot of one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people for him to eat. Yeah, so where Zuckerberg falls down, in my view, I mean, if I were Zuck, I would just recuse myself from that damn business. I'd cash out or not and go off and do something else creative and let other people run that damn business who know how, right? Because it's really not, he is not a people person. I don't know if you've ever seen him.
Which is hilarious because he created a space to bring people together.
No, that's a fallacy. Facebook is a place for people to interact without actually meeting each other. It is perfect for somebody like me.
Well,
I don't have to look people in the eyes. I don't have to, if they type a comment that I don't like, I can ignore them and just pretend I never saw it, let somebody else handle it. I mean, it is not Zoom, right? Because on Zoom, we're actually face to face and we're interacting with each other, or at a pub, or a meetup or something like that, where you got to mingle with people and rub elbows or, God forbid, shake hands. Yeah, that is not Facebook. Facebook is, I mean, initially it started out as a misogynist, she's hot, she's not. I mean, that was what it was originally, right?
right.
And it grew into this thing. But even when it was that, it was like, a bunch of dorky guys in their dorm room who were afraid of women. I mean, this is my opinion, okay? But
This is just hearsay, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the
this
actual
is my
story.
personal opinion. This
is
does not represent the opinion of the company for which I work.
There's his side, there's her side, there's the truth somewhere in the middle, and then you've got the bear universe up here, the bearniverse.
The BCU.
Yeah, the BCU
The BCU,
floating around up
Cinematic
here.
Universe.
The Bearheart Cinematic Universe.
Yep.
So let's hear it then.
So, yeah. So, that's my take on what's going on at Facebook. He's firing people left and right. He's firing like whole departments of people. They're all pissed. Nobody knows if they have a future or not. And, this is not going to work out well for them. I think that, anyway, it's a great example of how not to do it. If you want to see a better example of how to do it, now Apple's not perfect. And I know that they have a lot of faults, and a lot of especially some of their contractors are, don't have the best labor practices, to put it mildly. And I know that Tim Cook is working on straightening some of that stuff out. But there's another bearism. Big wheels turn slowly. And the bigger an organization is, the harder it is for it to change its course. She is not smiling at me. I'm thinking that's not kids, that's hubby.
No, tis not.
Okay, it's kids.
No, she's
Mhm.
smiling at the cat. It's right there on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
That was
So
my nice face, but also get your ass in bed
I know.
because you were supposed to be asleep 2 hours ago.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I know that one. All right. All right. And hubby's out there someplace completely
We don't
oblivious
he is
with
in
with
the
the thing on,
VCU. Yeah.
going
He is
like this
he is
and
currently in his own world.
whatever it is.
Fabulousing.
All right. So yeah, so you look at Apple and you talk to anybody that works there and they all love working there. You know, even the
Maybe at first, maybe for the first, like, even I'll be generous, 20 years, but I don't know, man. Nowadays, maybe for Apple corporate, yes, but at the Apple stores, I know
well, the
there's
stores are a
always.
different thing. The
Yeah, okay,
stores
yeah,
are a
you're
different
right.
thing
That took me a
because you
second.
have to, you know, retail is always going to be retail, and you're dealing with the public, and that's all, you know. Um, but given a choice of working at that retail store or working at some other retail store, I bet they would choose the Apple store. I don't know, you know. That's another level, but I'm talking about like the developers and the engineers and you know, the creatives. Those people mostly really enjoy working there, and they would stay and they would choose to stay. And you know, because it's an environment that rewards and appreciates the people who work for them. I don't know. Maybe it's not the best example,
I know
but
someone like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can enlighten us, or are you just announcing?
Oh, I thought it was self-explanatory.
Okay.
It's you.
Okay. Well,
Finger
Hi,
guns.
I'm the problem. It's you.
He's
Spread
not the
up.
problem. He's the
well,
opposite of the problem.
love you too.
The solution to the problem.
But you know, I mean, this is a very small organization. I mean, you know, with you two and you know maybe a couple other people and some contractors. I mean, it's you know it's a handful of people. It's not even two hands full of people.
We're a handful.
Yeah,
That is
well,
very true.
you are two handfuls. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
All right.
We take up all the space.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the
All
mental
right.
capacity you have left.
Ah. Well, no, I mean, honestly, y'all relieve me of having to do that, and yeah.
What we're here
So
for.
you know, so that's what I got about that. Yeah, I don't want to get into the whole Woody Harrelson and vaccine thing because I don't know. It's been done to death. I think everybody knows how I feel about it, and you know, I don't understand the resistance to taking the vaccines. But you know, I recognize that not everybody sees it my way. All right, do we have any comments? How are we doing?
We have some Twitch comments from Porcupine Butler, who says hand raised emojis and XD. And
Did y'all
they
hear
have
my
some good
elbow
news.
pop when I did that?
Oh my gosh, no, I didn't. Thank
I went
goodness.
No, I
like this
didn't.
and it went.
Ugh.
I just. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
help me!
I like your name today, House of Gaga. You know, I've stopped changing my name. I need to,
Everybody knows who you are.
That is a good one.
yeah.
Anyways, Porcupine Butler says, sorry I've been missing many streams. Got a job recently and can't tune into the morning streams. That's awesome though. That's a
Yeah,
really
well,
good thing.
congrats on the job. I mean, we miss you, but yeah, congrats on the gig. I hope that works out well for you.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
There,
Then
I
he says
changed my
XD.
name.
There you go. Chuck Norris. Oh, I remember all those Chuck Norris jokes. They're so good.
Yeah, yeah.
Chuck Norris laid face down on the ground in Texas. Then he struck oil.
Exactly. Exactly. Or
Oh
the
yeah,
one
there's
with
a bunch of them like that.
him facing off against you with a chessboard, and all the pieces are in their opening position. Nobody's made a move yet, and it says checkmate.
Checkmate. That's a good one.
Yeah. I wonder how he's doing. He must be getting on there. He must be.
Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't thought about Chuck Norris in quite a while.
I don't know. It just came to me. What does it say here?
101 Chuck Norris jokes to make you laugh. That's the first thing that came up on my Google search.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's 83 years old now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what we need to know about Chuck Norris.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, if we don't have any more, then I guess that's it for our Monday live stream. Monday's weird like this. Hopefully we'll be more organized, or maybe not. Maybe we'll just have more fun on Wednesday. And then, of course, this Friday, we're going to do game night again.
Woo! I'm excited. That was fun.
We're going to do that regularly on Fridays at 1800. That's 6 p.m. for the Muggles. And we'll look forward to that, because we had just a complete blast last time. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
I honestly think it was probably illegal how much fun we had.
Exactly.
Like, I'm surprised the popo wasn't knocking on my door, because
The popo.
do people still say that? I don't know if that's cool.
You do, apparently.
I know, but I'm not cool, so that's why I have to ask.
I see.
I'm not asking for a friend. I'm asking for me. I'm the friend.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
All right. Well, I have no idea, because, as you know, I never really, leave the bear cave. So
love that for you.
I look at myself in the camera here, and I can see I'm starting to lose some weight in my cheeks and in my neck. Rose says I'm starting to get a little bit of a waddle going on there.
That's not a nice thing to say. I did not see that. I don't see that.
I don't mind. And I'm down about 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
is that, I know it's healthy, I believe, for your size, but I know, like, if Ricky was to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, she'd be skin and bones.
Well, she would disappear.
So untrue.
She would
I have done that
disappear.
before. I dropped like 15 pounds a couple months ago, but I gained it back, so I'm good now. I gained.
She's like, nobody panic, nobody worry.
Panic. I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, it's colon cancer and I'm gonna die. But no, I was fine.
I mean, in American, I'm still about 70 pounds overweight. So, I could stand to lose that. And, when I'm not a big boned person, so this is the fallacy. When I'm at a healthy weight, I'm pretty thin, but, so, right now I'm at about, 121 kilos, and ideally, I should be between 90 and 100 kilos. And
don't know how to math.
I don't know what a kilo is.
There's 2.2 of them in a pound. And so if we say that, losing 25 kilos would be good for me, so that would be about 60 pounds.
I see.
I did that in my head.
Not all of us are super geniuses.
You're the math.
All right, let me check. Hey Siri, what is 25 kilos in pounds?
That would be 55.12 pounds.
55.12 pounds. So.
Well, there you have it.
Oh, Porcupine Butler just corrected us, and he said there are 2.205 pounds in 1
He knows his stuff.
Okay, well, I've been using 2.2 and
2.25. Yeah, 2.255 pounds equals 1
I'll look up the correct conversion. And thank you, Mr. Porcupine, or
Or
Mr.
is it
Butler,
Mr. Butler?
Mr.
or
Butler, of
or
course.
Ms. Butler. I mean, we really don't
Butler.
know, do we?
In the first time he showed up, I asked him what his pronouns was. He said he,
Oh,
him.
okay. So what you're saying is it's still a sausage fest.
Correct. Actually,
see.
it's about even now.
We had a couple of women, and I don't know if they've come back or have shown up. You know?
Yeah, we had yeah, she came back this morning. Gosh, forgetting her name. This is bad. I'm having a blank.
Yeah,
Kirsten, you want to help
barely
me out
hear
here?
you, Kitty.
That's okay. That's a good thing. I'm sticking my foot further into my mouth
What are you
the
saying?
more I talk. What is she was on YouTube today.
Oh, it's that my friend
Amy and Gary.
Amy, thank you. It took a second. Yes.
Yeah, Amy
Hey,
from the Sherwood Hills writing group. Yeah.
No, that was Christine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Christine, right? No.
Yes.
Amy is the other one.
Amy and Gary are they're always on together.
Are
and
they
always
sitting
say
in
hi
a
to each
tree?
other.
Yes,
Probably.
they are in fact sitting in a tree. STREAMING. They're streaming
That's
together.
too many letters.
You know what? I don't need.
No, she's
criticism.
rickrolling us.
I'm Ricky rolling, y'all. Ricky
No.
rolling.
Never gonna let you down.
Exactly. With the snaps and everything, Kirsten's got it.
Yeah, she's got the what's his name dance from
Carlton.
Fresh Prince,
Yep.
the Carlton. Yeah.
Oh, y'all ain't seen my moves yet. Y'all ain't seen
Well,
nothing
one of these days,
yet, boy howdy.
one of these days, put you in front of the green screen and you can be in one of my music videos.
Your music is not ready for these moves.
Oh, I'm gonna take that personally.
Challenge accepted.
All right. So, love you all. We will see you tomorrow morning at 11
Where's
o'clock
my
Pacific.
pinky?
Cut off.
Well, you see, I have an actual background. This is not,
That's shady.
I can do the thing
Honestly.
here. Hang on a second here.
It's actually my background, so
I'm gonna do the thing. There we go. But you see, it still works.
see, yours is actually fake, and mine is
I
the
have
real
all my
background.
fingers. I have all my arms and fingers, and even my microphone. Well, I mean, it fades in and out. Yeah.
See, look,
'cause-
so do I. That's how yours is.
Oh, there
fake
you
and
go
mine's
with the
real.
better background. Yeah.
Better.
Oh, she's got the guitar.
accepted.
We switched. You've got the guitars now. I like my animated Orville Okudograms. Yeah. Anyway, love you all. See you tomorrow morning. Oh no.
See you tomorrow morning. We're like, see you right now. Hold on, I'm trying to. There.
Surprise!
Just me, just being a kitty.
Oh,
and then
that's
boom!
scary. That is scary.
Beautiful.
Most
He's
fun that we
watching.
probably had.
You better not pout, and you better not shout, and you better watch out, because
Always watching, Wazowski.
he's always watching Mike Wazowski.
All right. I got more lessons to record tonight. See
Okay.
y'all.
There you go.
See you in the morning.
Bye.
Bye.